Attending a Grand-Am Rolex Sports Car Series race is a unique experience. The passionate connection between driver, fan, and car is built through accessibility.
I've been a race fan before as well, before I was driving, and I never had the kind of access that they get at Rolex Race, and I want to do what I missed as a fan to them.
I was one of those kids. I was the kid that, would go to Daytona with my father, and I was a huge race fan and always watched it for years.
We'll bring them over right into we're working on the car. We might even put them in the car and see what it feels like to sit in this car.
They get to see what the equipment's like, what it sounds like, what it smells like. And all that just adds to the experience. And it's that stuff you can't get on TV.
The kids love it. This is great. This is their, their superhero right in front of them, shaking their hand or getting a picture with them. It's very exciting.
Being able to meet your drivers that you're a fan of is really cool. For little kids and adults, really. Without the fans, we can't do what we do.
We want the fans to be in our paddock. We want the fans to sit on our cars to see what we do. That's what separates us from some of the other sports. You can go see a football game, but you're not going to walk on the field and see, hey, how was this last play? Well, here they can do that.
At the 24-hour this year, I remember sitting in the garage with my head in my hands, as our car got wheeled back to the garage, and it's just complete and utter disappointment. And you'd like to think that you could have a moment, where there's nothing, and some little 10-year-old kid sits down next to me and goes, "What happened?" And I just had to laugh at that. Him just boiling it down to what's wrong was so simple.
Fans from around the world will tune in to watch the 2011 Rolex 24, featuring an international field of champion drivers, masters of racing in all forms. This group of drivers takes its place among a long list of racing's best who have challenged Daytona.
The who's who of motorsports has competed in the 24 Hours of Daytona. You've got your stalwarts in the sport, Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt, Parnelli Jones, all these drivers that have been out there. When you drive into Daytona, you feel that, you feel their presence, because the list of drivers it's unmatched.
You get IndyCar drivers, you get stock car drivers, you get motorcycle racers, you get guys from across the globe making the trip to Florida to try and win the Rolex at Daytona.
It has the best group of drivers of any race in the world. So, you go around, you see your heroes from so many different disciplines. I don't think there's a drivers meeting like that anywhere in the world that has that many great drivers and past champions.
It's a really special thing for all of us, too, because we get to compare ourselves to a lot of these guys are our heroes. People want to know how they compare to these guys. That maybe they're here and you're here, and then maybe you find out something different when they come over.
These notable names face intense competition from the Rolex Sports Car Series regulars, all of whom share the same goal.
I just love running that race and was so excited to run the race and look forward to the years to come. And hopefully I can be on that top box one day.
It's just a different discipline, I would say, but they're bloody hard. Any 12, 24-hour race, it's hard work. The regulars in the Grand-Am series are very, very good drivers, and these cars are bloody tough to beat. Guys I haven't raced against in years, and I see them once a year at Daytona, that's kind of fun.
Two classes of sports cars, one race. Next to the production-based GT cars, stand the quicker and custom-built Daytona Prototype class.
DP stands for Daytona Prototype. It is the class of car. It's a prototype race car. It's not your standard Porsche that you can see on the street. There's Ford, BMW, Chevrolet. There's a ton of different choices.
Daytona Prototypes are closed cockpit, tube-framed cars, the fastest class of the Rolex Sports Car Series. Chassis and engine suppliers are selected by the team, but with various aerodynamic and tech packages, 9 engines and 5 chassis, multiple combinations of style and power compete. The DPs approach 500 horsepower, achieving speeds near 200 miles per hour.
They handle exceptionally well. The front's shaped to produce downforce because we don't have wings in the front, and then the rear basically balances out, so you've got a equal level of downforce to make the car drivable on high and low speed corners.
Unlike the DPs, the Grand Touring or GT class cars are production based. Having the GT class on track with the DP class creates an exciting overall race, as well as fierce battles for the lead in each class.
I think the whole idea of multi-class racing and fast cars and slower cars is a unique historical artifact of where sports car racing came from. I mean, that's part of the allure.
Another alluring feature is the make of the GT, with names and designs you'd see every day on the street. Porsche, Camaro, Mazda, BMW, Ferrari.
GT is a true production-based class, and so people will recognize the cars for what they are.
Grand-Am in the GT class has everything there is. I mean, you put our Mazda RX-8 next to a Porsche 911, next to a Camaro, next to the M6. I mean, they couldn't be more different cars.
Different cars, each equally different to the ear.